Lower monthly expenses equals less time you need to spend at work, which means more time you can spend on studying. Yay! Hey everyone, my name's Jake. I'm a mechanical engineer and I'm here with the first-hand knowledge that you need to get any degree you want. And today we're going to kick off a several-part series on how you can save money while you're in college, starting with the 3 best ways to save money on housing. But before we jump into it, if you find this video helpful, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, maybe leave a comment with your thoughts and questions you might have. That kind of stuff really helps the channel grow. And if you're looking for more of the comprehensive roadmap to getting an engineering or STEM degree, make sure you check out my book. It's called Becoming an Engineer, The Average Person's Guide to Getting Good Grades and Succeeding in Engineering and STEM School. You know, this book is everything that I and so many others have had to learn the hard way. Studying, test performance, developing self-discipline, saving money, landing that first job, getting internships, interviewing. It's all in here. So it's available in paperback and ebook right now, audiobook very soon, and I'll put a link for it in the description. Thanks for the support. Okay, so according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American's largest monthly expense is housing, coming in at 33% of the average American's monthly income. And I'm willing to bet that that number is actually quite a bit higher considering what's happened in real estate over the last couple of years. I mean, if any of you, have signed some new leases or have been house shopping in the last couple of years, you know what I'm talking about. The average price has gone up probably 20-30%. So any money you can save on housing will end up being a pretty big impact on your monthly expenses. So if you're able to significantly decrease how much money you need every month, you will in turn decrease the amount of time that you need to spend earning that money every month, right? Which will then free up a bunch of time that you can spend studying, doing homework, and taking more courses. I've actually done a longer video on how much time that you'll need to be successful in school and how it's probably a lot higher than you think. I recommend checking that one out. But that's really what this is all about, right? Time. Where you spend your time, how much time you have, and how you can make more time available for your top priorities. So with that, let's jump into the top 3 ways that you can save money on housing. Number 1, stay at home. This one might seem a little bit obvious, but we have to talk about it, right? Because the most effective way to decrease your housing costs is to just not have any in the first place. So if you're under 30-ish, then I'm sure your parents still have some room and tolerance for you at home. Or if they aren't an option, maybe you have some relatives or close friends in the area that are willing to take you in while you're in school. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, right. All my friends will think I'm a total loser. Gah! I know. Living with your parents when you're an adult is probably not the coolest decision you'll ever make, but it may be one of your smartest. Because depending on where you live, the monthly savings will probably be around $1,000 in rent and utilities. So before you fall for the lure of having your own place, be sure you understand the impact it's going to have on your studies. Trust me on this one. I've seen this play out firsthand. I've seen many friends be lured in by the perceived freedom of getting their own house or apartment away from home, when in reality, they're less free because now they're shackled to a huge rent or mortgage payment. I have even seen some friends drop out of school due in part to their high mortgage payments, right? They didn't really know what they were doing at the time, but because they took on that high housing cost, that higher monthly expense, they then needed to commit so much more time to work and earning money every month, which then made their course load unsustainable, and their grades dropped like a rock. So don't make that mistake. If there is any chance or any opportunity for you to stay at home or move back home, you should really do it. But be grateful. Always be grateful. Do the dishes, right? Do yard work. Clean up around the house. Maybe make dinner every once in a while. Because your family, your parents are essentially helping you graduate earlier. Number 2, get a roommate. So if living at home or another family member is not an option for you, or if you already have your own apartment, the next best way to save money on housing is by getting a roommate or roommates. A roommate will quickly transform an unused bedroom into $400 or $600 a month, right? Which could cut your mortgage or rent down by half. It's huge. So, but you got to be careful here because not any roommate will do. You want to make sure that they mesh with you and your schedule. So you want to make sure you vet them properly. When I did this, I used Zillow, the website Zillow. They offer a pretty good property management interface where you can do a background check, credit check, all that stuff. And when you start your search for a roommate, make sure you start at school, right? Talk to your classmates because chances are good that several of them are looking for a place or will be soon, right? So, you know, the ideal situation is you living with people who are going through the same program as you, taking the same tests as you, studying the same material, right? Taking the same classes. You know, the ideal situation is this saves you a bunch of money by having roommates and also helps you get through school. Win-win. Number 3, house hack. You might not have heard that term before, but house hacking is an awesome way to own property without paying for most or all of it. So let me demonstrate with a simple example. Let's say you buy a triplex close to your school for $350,000. At a 3% down payment, your mortgage should come out to be around $1,800 a month. So you would live in one unit and then rent out the other two for $1,000 per unit. So not only is your mortgage covered, but you're gaining all that equity in your investment, but you're also gaining a couple $100 per month profit. House hacking is the technique that I used when I was in grad school. So I bought a single family, 3-bedroom home close to my school. I lived in one room. I rented out the other two for $500 per room. This covered around 75% of my mortgage. So with my decreased housing costs, I was able to work part-time and go to school full-time. So if you're looking to buy a house or if you already own a house, I highly recommend this technique. There you have it. Those are my 3 best ways to save money on housing while you're in school. Stay at home, get a roommate, and house hack. You know, there are a few others, but those are kind of the 3 main heavy hitters that I wanted to talk about. And I want to reemphasize something. The higher your monthly expenses, the more time that you'll need to spend earning that money, right? And that means the less time you can spend on school and studying. So stay tuned. I'm going to do several more videos on saving money and finances. I hope you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. But that's it for now. So thanks for watching and keep up the good work.